Welcome, drone video fans. My name is Bill, and this 5-minute video is going to that is shot with the Autel Evo is going to show the Grand River and the Madison Palisades. Palisades refers to sheer cliff walls, and we'll be looking at those a little bit more closely later in the video. But first, we're going to take a little jaunt down the Grand River. Actually, we're going to be going downstream here. The water is traveling about 6 miles per hour, and having done some canoeing and kayaking in my lifetime, I can tell you that trying to paddle against a 6-mile-an-hour current is pretty darn hard. Two guys in a race canoe could probably handle it, but one person by themselves would find it a very daunting task to paddle against the 6-mile-an-hour current. Anyways, we're heading down river, and on either side you can see that the trees have not yet started to change color, at least not here in Northeast Ohio, because we get a buffering effect from Lake Erie, which tends to keep the temperatures somewhat moderate, or moderated anyway. And as we get up here close to this shore, we're going to stop and turn to the right, and I was hoping to maybe catch some wildlife on the shoreline, because they frequently come down to the edge of the river to get a drink or something. You know, you have deer, sometimes foxes, wild turkeys, different things, but the only thing I saw plenty of were squirrels. There are literally hundreds of squirrels that are gathering. Right now the black walnuts are falling off of the trees further up into the park, and the squirrels were gathering those for wintertime storage. So we're heading now back up the river, and I'm more or less standing on the right-hand side on the shore bank, trying to stay in the shade so that I have a good view of my viewing device. We're going to get up here and turn around and then ascend and look at the Palisades, but I was keeping a close eye on my GPS satellite count, because flying here close to this sheer cliff is really affects the number of GPS satellites that you receive. I was only receiving 8 to 10 at any time while I was down here close to the water, and having had a bad experience with the DJI Spark in a similar situation, I was very cognizant of the fact that I should keep my eyes on the number of satellites that I was receiving. Now we're going to start ascending, and in order to get to the top of the Palisades, or this steep shale rock cliff, you have to go about 200 feet above the level of the Grand River. And once we get there, we stop for a second and then continue to ascend to the maximum legal height of 400 feet. Just high enough to be able to see Lake Erie in the distance on the horizon. A couple more corn fields. That's field corn, not the eating kind. That's field corn. And then we're going to rotate here slowly. You'll see that road. That's Ohio State Route 528. The bridge that you see there was built in 1893 by a King Bridge Company out of Cleveland, Ohio. And now we're looking to the west, and we see the Grand River as it snakes its way back eventually to its mouth at Lake Erie. In the distance there is also the Perry Nuclear Power Plant, probably 10-12 miles away as a crow flies from this particular distance. We drop back down now to the stream, out to the river level, and we're going to back up here and land on our landing pad. We just wanted to make get a flight in here and show some of the scenery here in Northeast Ohio. So thanks for stopping by and having a look. We continue to experiment with the Autel Evo and still have a lot of things to try. This has got the latest firmware update on it, so we wanted to do a quick test of that. Again, thanks for stopping by. We try to get up a video once a week, so come back again soon, and hopefully we'll have something new up shortly. Thanks again for stopping.